Good afternoon everybody, it's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. Thank you so much for joining me. It is lovely to have you here. Now I have waited and waited for the workmen who are digging up the road to stop making a noise and go home, but they don't seem to be in a hurry to do so today. So I'm going to film and I'm hoping that you can barely hear it. They've just started getting a little bit louder, but hopefully it's just something little they're doing and they'll stop soon. So this is the start of my sewing journal. I'm not organised at all. All I've done is done things for it and chucked everything that I thought might go into it in this box. So I've got a lot of covers here pre-made that are not, only one. So I'll just put my box to one side and I'll show you what I've got. Now this I started to make as a cover, and then I've decided it would be nice because the material is so beautiful, isn't it? I thought that might make a nice, don't know whether it'd be a centre page or something, but it is literally, I didn't do the other side, you see, this is a large envelope and it is literally some beautiful, it's like linen, thick cotton material. I have got some more of it to do a cover with, so yeah, I think that might be a page inside it. Now this is what I've been doing, making some of these covered envelopes with my fabrics. I'm trying to use my fabrics up and getting some, use envelopes up as well, and getting some journal covers, ready to just go. So this is a beautiful piece. I think this was, is that raw silk? I'm sure they sold me that as raw silk. Anyway, I bought it in a grab bag. I don't know if it is or not. And that beautiful vintagey, don't know what it is. And that's just got the plain off-white linen on the back. Again, another with the plain off-white linen. Don't know if I tea dyed it. I think I probably did tea dye it. And some lovely, beautiful Ditsy black. Now, some of them I've tucked under. I haven't brought any more material ones, have I? That one's tucked under because it hasn't got material. Some of them I've tucked material under both sides. They're still on my sewing machine, I think. These ones I've left out and frayy. So yeah, I'm wondering about, I don't know, we'll choose which one in a minute. Is that them all? Yep, so that's all that. There's some more down here, is there? Oh, that's one that I haven't stitched. So yeah, so I've got the same material both sides on that one, all tucked in nice and neat, and it does just want stitching round. I have put thick book page in the middle as well on the ones where I've put this one and the other ones like this which are not here. These ones haven't, just to create a stronger spine in there, but I shouldn't really be sure. Oh, there's one half done. Hang on. Bear with me. I was going to say I shouldn't be showing you something, telling you about something I can't. So that's what they're like, just covered one side, and then I've just put a bit of book page anywhere in the middle, and then the other one will be stitched on the top. Got one here, yeah. This won't go on because it's not the same one, but stitched on the top like that. And then we've got that lovely book page both sides in the middle, so it's a bit stronger for the spine, but you've still got the lovely soft cover. Anyway, so I can't decide. I was thinking that might be a nice one because it's patchwork and it's going to be a sewing journal, but I do quite like this one as well. It's very thick. Oh, that's got the right. I'm only going to do one single signature. This is my first ever sewing journal, so I might go on and do a 3 signature. I'm going to save that for something else. If I enjoy it, so if I like creating the ephemera and what have you. So yeah, we'll use that one. I thought with the fabric inside, I can safety pin things in there, and I can stitch in it if I want to, cover it in lace. It is, I think I only used this, what's this called? Glue stick, that's it. Just to put that down to hold it still while I taped it. While I what did I do to it? Sewed it. I've got my light on, I've just realised, sorry. And yeah, I could crimp that down more with the pink in shears, the edges, but I don't think I will. So I'm just going to do one signature. So I don't think, do I want to, no, I'm not going to put a spine in it as such. Let's just fold the envelope bit together. Oh well, at least coming on and filming, I've decided on one thing. I've decided on the cover. Oh, I like the red one. Does it matter which way up it goes? Yeah, I think those flowers go that way, don't they? The red's on the back. Okay, so that will be the front. Look, what else have I got here? Things that I've been stitching on my machine. It's just a bit of, don't know where that's come from. So a page from my, or half a page from my Victorian appliances, household appliances was it, book, and I just thought that would go because it's got some coats and things in it, and it's got walking sticks on the back. The ladies' ones were above it, umbrellas, but yeah, they're in here. See, they are. They're in here somewhere, so they can go in. Yeah, so that's a page, and I just stitched some ruffle on the top. It was already made ruffle, but I stitched it on as well, and I just put 2 half pieces on and didn't go over the middle, so that the page would you know, easily open and close. This is a page, I didn't check the size, I suppose I could fold them back if it's too big. I quite like that folded back. Make a nice middle page that. Anyway, I just stitched some pattern paper. I loved this pattern. It is an old pattern that I got, and it's like it's not black. A lot of the new ones are black, but it's printed in like what is it, darker than a royal blue, but not quite navy blue. It's a beautiful blue colour anyway. So yeah, so I stitched some of that down, ruffle on each side to make another page. I will be sticking some of it just on paper. I mean, that might be nice, might it? You know, the collar, just, oh, it's an armhole facing, sorry. You know, just on some paper on a page, we'll see. And this is the pattern it came from. So I am going to use the a piece of the inside for a page, piece of the instructions. It has been made up, this one. It's been put together with pins and things, you know, as it's been folded up back together. Done really well. For any of you out there that are sewers, the hardest bit is getting your pattern back together and in the and in the envelope. Yeah, I won't undo it now, but it's got a lovely, it's all cut out and it's got pins in and all sorts. So because it's vintage, you know, that's going to make a really nice page, isn't it? So I'll put that there because I seem to be collecting pages. This, obviously it's very old and ratty-tatty, but I could glue it down. That'd make a nice page as well, actually. And there's a piece of the fabric I've got from that other. Oh yeah, just a fabric tab on that page with an eyelet through it. So I thought a charm could hang. Now Tanya did give me a lovely charm. I think I put it in the box. I'll find it. Beautiful bronze sewing machine. I have ordered some charms as well. They haven't come. They should be here today actually. They haven't come, but they'll be here in time for it. Sewing machine, sewing charms. So I got 3 of these pants for 99p. Love this one. Look, 4 shillings. I haven't opened it yet. I will, but yeah. So I might use all the pictures in the. Well, it's only going to be one signature. Maybe not. Maybe a couple. We'll see. And perhaps some more of the pattern pieces. I've got some more of that book if I need it for pages. This La Broderie Lyonnaise, which I think is French, isn't that? Is that French embroidery as opposed to, yeah, English? Brode Anglais, isn't it, the English one? Yeah. So definitely be putting some of that in as a page. Should I put it with the pages then? I brought a couple of those. I thought I might have some pink in amongst it. I've got this picture from, what does that say? No more. I can't read it. Anyway, it's a pin on a piece of fabric. I think it's from the Tailor of Gloucester book. Is that? No. Is it? It's Potter? I can't remember. A couple of pages of, now this is a lovely kit from Nanine. I'm not sure if the colour's right on that one. It might be, it might not, because my printer was running out of ink. These are from the summer William Morris. So I thought those would go nice because they're beautiful patterns and you often see them on fabrics, don't you, nowadays? And I brought some pages. They won't all go in, but you know, I've just put a choice in here and it will remain the sewing box, you know, the sewing journal box. So it's not so small, there's only 2. So they're embroidery, from an embroidery book, an old embroidery book. I thought it might make nice. A couple of white, which I might just ink with some colour, but I didn't want too much coffee stained in this one. Oh, don't know why that won't, oh I know why it won't close. So this is a book I got the other day at the charity shop, £2. Liberty Home. So those of you that know fabrics and fabrics in the UK, Liberty make the most beautiful, and have done for a long time, fabric. They're well known for it. So this is about sewing with their fabrics. I don't know if that's too big for you to see, but just trying to show you some of their beautiful fabrics. Yeah, that's very what's his name, isn't it? William Morris. Oh, they're nice pieces as well, look. So yeah, oh yeah, so there'll be some nice pages in there for a sewing journal. There are a few loose actually in the back. Let's have a look. And that one's actually got a pattern on it. Just put one in there to remind me. Oh, it's mucky, that one. It's probably the only page in the book that is. A manipulated fabric bag. I don't know why it's manipulated. Oh, that's got that line on it as well still. Oh, I've just pulled the fluffy end off my microphone. Let me put another one on. There we go. Right, I was all caught up. Do you remember that Tanya sent me these in Happy Mail? These beautiful, I'm pretty sure they're from Your Creative Studio, sewing themed stickers and cards and papers. I don't know about the green ones. I probably didn't mean to put those in there, but these, yeah, I think nice journal cards and page decoration. So they're in there. I've got the last of my ruffles. I need to make some more, but I thought it'd be nice to use these up because, you know, they've been sitting around a while. So it was my intention to put all those in the book. I don't know if I'll get there. Some coffee dyed, very wide seam binding, bias binding, which, you know, it is seam binding kind of. More of that pattern. What have we got here? Just a folded envelope. Might go in. Yeah, I don't really want the coffee dyed and pages in. Oh yes. Now I found these. I don't know if my sister didn't give me these stamps. I've done some somewhere. What have I done with it? Did I just take it out? I was playing with it earlier. Not earlier today. Earlier. Oh. Well, I've stamped some on fabric. They're in a little box. Are they in there? They might be in there. There they are. I've stamped some on fabric and I've stamped some on paper. And I could do some just on the pages. They're just the papers that I stamped on. Okay, so I've got a collection of things in here. There they are, stamped on the paper. Upside down. What? I wanted to see what they looked like, and they're pretty good actually. Pretty good stamps. Cotton. The scissors. And then I tried them out on some fabric. So they are on coffee dyed, but that's okay. What's that? That's a little bit of something. Yeah, so they look nice on the fabric too, don't they? That one's nice on the white. Yeah, I really like those. Oh, I did 3 of them, so I must have. Yep, so I've got those with all sorts of bits and pieces. Another one of those I found. I only used one of those the other day, didn't I? I must have made a couple. Yeah, just a piece of embroidered. Just all sorts of bits of pieces. Oh yeah, some, what are they called? Safety pins, snaps you call them, don't they? Bits of lace, vintage button. So in there, so those ruffles can go in there, can't they? And what else did I have? A bit of embroidery cotton. There's a little bit more of that and that. Okay, they can all go in there. And the pattern here. Come on, here we go. No, all right, don't. And then I have got this, which is a folder that I used to go to sewing lessons. Was it? Must have been before COVID, I think. Yeah, must have been. I just love that elastic on there. That's elastic. It's a file folder. I used to keep all my stuff in because she used to print us out, you know, things on papers and what have you. I used to keep it all in there. But I just thought, I love that elastic. I might use that. And actually, it's quite a nice file folder, isn't it? So I might pinch these bits from it as well in there. But I will put that back in for now because it's quite big. What else have I got? Oh yeah, my Tim Holtz tape measure tape. Oh yeah, these are what Tanya sent me. I've forgotten about these. Yeah, these are my Creative Studio look. Oh, what else stamping? I completely forgot about these. So that beautiful big sewing machine, I'll have to have a go with them. Cotton and a needle and a tape measure and a spool for for the sewing machine. So yeah, forgot about those completely. So if I put those in with those, I'll remember those. What have I got here? Fashions of 1852. I think this is out of my Victoria book. That'll be nice because it's going to be like sewing, and I thought I might call it the seamstress, something like that. Can't remember where she's from now. I think that's Odalcina Scrap Anna. These were from Tanya as well. So they must go with these, I'm guessing. So they'll be the papers. Yeah, papers, cards, stickers. That beautiful card that says Your Creative Studio on it. And then these, which I think are probably rub-ons. Could just be stickers. Oh yeah, the stickers, look. Yeah, lovely. Quite excited to use it all. So I thought today, the noise seems to have stopped. Just for today, we'll create some pages, and I don't know whether I'll get them stitched in or not. We'll see. Just a little, tempter to let you know what's going on with it. So that was a busy start, wasn't it? I hope you're all well. We've had a busy day here. Am I going with that one? I don't think so. Let's put it there. We've had Simba at the vet's for his injections because, yay, holidays are coming quick and fast, and he'll have to go in boarding kennels. Okay, so we'll call that one done. Let's see which ones we've got done. Yeah, I didn't know whether to stick some lace perhaps over that stitch in there, not to hide the stitching particularly, but just to secure it. I mean, it'll be fine on that side where that is. I think it needs to go that way up, looking at that bit of writing there. Oh, I don't suppose it matters. I did think I could trim this off, and then I thought, well, I quite like it. Okay, 2. So that's 3 pages already done. And then I've got my digital, so I definitely want those in. Let's do the easy ones first. So I don't want any more than 13. That's my rule maximum for a single signature journal, and that generally means I can't overfill it with 13. So I'll have to try not to overfill this one because, if I'm bearing in mind I like it, I can make a bigger one. So yeah, 13 max. I don't mind if it ends up 9 or 10 because I can put a tip in, and there's going to be fabric as well, isn't there, in this one, so that tends to bulk it up as well. Okay, that's the easiest way I know of to get rid of all your edges without getting your big, oh yeah, fits nice, your big chopper out, or without me getting the big chopper out. It's the first time I've used these summer William Morris prints from Nanine. It is a kit in her Etsy, and it's a lovely kit. There's some beautifully different coloured patterns in it this time from the darker wintry ones. Okay, I've lost count already. Definitely want both those in. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're halfway there with this one, look. I might even leave the back of this showing. Oh, where's my bin? There, because it says the Tailor of Gloucester, doesn't it? So let's just trim it round a little. Well, the bottom definitely, because it's where it's been torn out of the book there, and the edge a little, and then see what size we've got and see where we are. Oh, we're all right. Be nice with some lace on it, won't it? Yeah, perfect. Was that 6, did I say? Anything else? There was a couple. I suppose I ought to have some plain pages in, didn't I? Right, what size? Let's go with the digital size. Roughly, it's about there. Oh, so this probably is A4 paper up to that perforated bit. I don't know. There are no pages police, are there? Who's going to say to me you must have some blank pages in it? Who says I've got to? I'm going to have an argument with myself now. Oops. So you probably gathered they're going to be all different shapes and sizes. It's too long. Whoops, come on. Now the pink ones I thought about hinging together and putting in. They're going to be too big, aren't they? Maybe with that bias binding that might be nice. Only just, so I can keep, if I just trim one edge I can keep all the lovely edges on the other. And then that one edge can be where I put the bias binding now. What did I do with it? Please tell me I didn't put it on the floor. Oh no, it's still here. What do we think? There's quite a lot of it, isn't there? But I'm thinking I could just glue it on. There's going to be a lot of stitching in here. Shall we have some crinkly edges? Pinked. Why are they called pinking shears? Does anybody know that? What is the pinking all about? Is it a French word? A lot of our stitchery words seem to come from the French, don't they? Just glue it on, do we think? Perhaps a little bit closer than that, but it is going to end up in the spine, isn't it? Right, this might well show through it as well. Do you know, when you get old it's horrible when things stop working, fingers and toes particularly. I don't craft with my toes, but yeah, they just don't work like they used to. Or is it just me? Is that a bizarre thing to say? No, I don't think it is. My mum has terrible job with her hands now, although she did fall and break her wrist, which left her with some nerve damage, but oh, it's so frustrating. Right, don't be frustrated, Denise. Let's be in a happy place. At least they work, and at least you've got some. How about that? For being grateful. Yes. Let's get back to our happy place. Poor, I've had a stressful morning with the cat. I was more worried about it than he was. Well, obviously, because he didn't know it was going, but it's not straight at all. I'm pleased I used Fabri-Tac. Yeah, never having taken him before, and he really does not like new experiences. Is a scaredy cat, as he were, as I think most cats are. I've decided to put some both sides, you probably gathered. So Neil brought the box in. Well, I picked him up before Neil brought the box in, so I had hold of him. But my goodness, we tried to put him in it head first, because it's a bit like a tunnel. It's open, it's got mesh and what have you, but you go in one end like a tunnel, and yeah, no way. He is so strong. He didn't scratch me or anything. I think he caught Neil by accident, but he didn't scratch me or bite me or anything like that. But he was not going in it, and he pushed and he got free, no problem, and ran onto the table, and we both thought, oh, now we're going to have to take things apart to get to him and have a nightmare. Anyway, I called him and clicked my fingers. He always comes when you click your fingers. I didn't teach him that. I don't know who did, but oops. Yeah, he came straight back to me, so he bore me no malice, bless him. And then we put the box on the floor, thinking what we're going to do now, and he just, oh, what's that? He just walked up to it, and in it, straight in it, so we could lock it behind him, as if to say, why didn't you just say you wanted me to go in the box? But of course, once we got in the car, he started panting, which cats only do when they're stressed. They don't pant when they're hot or anything like that, but yeah, bless him. I think his biggest issue is he doesn't like the car. I think he feels motion sickness. I'm sure he must, because he wasn't too bad when we got out the other end, and he was absolutely fine when we got home. But on the journey there and the journey back, yeah, he wasn't. And towards the end of the journey both ways, he started, kicking and scratching and pushing at the corners, let me out. So I think he must, bless him, feel poorly in the car. But yeah, we didn't know how he would react with the vets, because I've never had him at the vets when he was doctored. We just left him. They took him in and just, thank you, you can collect him later. I might put some more when that's dry on there, but that's going to be enough to sew it in with. So yeah, we went in and I said to Neil, you're going to have to be the, you know, the brave one and hold him and what have you, because I'm such a lily-livered thing when it comes to my animals. And of course, he was, as soon as Neil got him out, he was cuddling his dad and don't let go of me. But the vet was brilliant with him, and yeah, Simba just let him do what he wanted to do, but clung close to his dad as close as he could, and he never made a squeal when the vet injected him. And I think he did it really slow, and I know from being in hospital, from the nurses and doctors there, if they do it really slow and they put the plunger in nice and slow, take the time, it doesn't hurt as much as when they just, you know, go for it. So I'm not even sure that he felt that, you know, with the fear of actually being there. But, you know, the vet gave him a good examination. He examined his eyes and all parts of him that he really wouldn't let us. If we started, he'd be like, I'm out of here. So he's had a good examination. He says he's as fit as a fiddle. So do I want to put that one up at the bottom as well, or quite like these stitches on show here. Let's see how thick it's going to be, but it's one way if you want to not lose anything out of a book at all. But will I be able to open it? I won't, will I? No, but I'm going to turn it up as a pocket anyway. Yeah, I think just when you do it on one side with a tip in, you know, or if it was cut down there, you would then be able to open it down. But this one's going to be stitched in. I could always cut it down there. I'll wait and see. So if I have it folded that way and that way, that way and that way. I didn't do that very straight because it's sticking out the side, but it seems to. Okay, maybe it was that bit that wasn't straight. That's it. Is that right? That makes it bulky, but you know, we have got the whole, both sides. We've got all that beautiful picture if we want it. We can have 2 pockets in there. Yeah, it's like 2 pages. I'll count it as 2 pages because thickness wise it is. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So a couple more. So I definitely want these ladies in. So how wide are they? So if I very carefully cut that across there, because I'm going to use that, I'm going to use every bit of this vintage pattern. I'll leave nothing left unused. Okay. And then if I open it with I was thinking a knife, but I don't know that. Go on then. Let's hope I don't do myself a mischief on camera. And go that way, just so that I can save every last bit of it. I'm hoping it will stick down onto a sheet of paper is what I'm thinking. Oh, so I've got the whole thing. It's very, very warm here in the UK. I've got the windows shut obviously because of the workmen, the noise, and even when I'm not filming I've got it shut because have you smelt hot tarmac? It's not nice. It's a very unpleasant smell. Right, what did I do with that? So yeah, I'm going to glue that on there. That's going to, I might just trim the bottom. I quite like the raggedy bottom on it, but it's ever so slightly bigger than my page, so I'll just trim a smidge of it off, unfortunately. Right, I'm just going to, because it's very stark white, isn't it, behind? It's going to black dauber, dipped in the brown, that's it. Just lightly. Just bring down the edge of the page colour-wise. Barely any of it shows, it's practically the same size as the pattern. How am I doing for time? Yeah, we've got to walk round to our doctors. I think I told you Neil was at home today. He's gardening at the moment. We've got to walk round to our doctors, which is my mum's doctors too, and pick up a prescription for her. So he's waiting until I finish filming. So I better keep my eye on the time. Right, where's my glue sticks? Now, the thing about this glue stick is once you put something down on it, you cannot move it. It's just like the art glitter. So I'm going to have to try and get it down in one go. Otherwise, however it goes down is however I'm going to use it. So if I just get plenty in the middle, I can always go back in the edges with the art glitter if I've got frayed bits sticking up. So let's try and start at the top because it just fit, didn't it? And that corner. Am I in a straight line? Not done bad. Not too bad. Okay. Now I can use my roller. Now I can take my fingers off it. If I can find it. Oh, I can find it, but I can't open my drawer. I've got something stood in front, really big and heavy, stood in front of my drawer. No. Okay, we'll forget the roller then. Let's just rub it down with this. See, I like this little curled up bit here. It's a proper vintage piece, that, isn't it? See, like these little frayed bits, this is what I'm on about. Oh, it's worse than I thought. Yeah, I'm getting here now with my my art glitter. Oops. Now, of course, we can put paper on it for journaling on, or we can put pockets on it, or all sorts of things. It's not that it's got to be, you know, left untouched. It's not a priceless work of art or anything like that, but yeah, it's a lovely backdrop, isn't it, for something. I'll probably leave the beautiful models on show. Sorry, it's a little bit boring, but it's got to be done. Oh, that's just over the top a little bit, that, but just like me at times. I'm going to stick that back like that because I quite like it sticking up, but I don't want it to catch on things. I think we're done, and I'm just going to use my tear ruler. I can grab it. Oh, I must remember I'm also filming on my phone rather than my filming phone, if you see what I mean, my usable phone. So all sorts of strange things are happening at the moment with storage. I just cannot get my head around phones and their storage systems. So at the moment, strangely enough, although this has got all my apps and things on it, it's got loads more storage free today. Another day is a different story than the phone that I film on. I'm sure it's something to do with, and I do know a little bit, it's something to do with the cloud, the iCloud storage, and what my phone backs up onto iCloud and what it keeps on my phone. But any more than that, I'm unaware. Right, shall I fold it now? Oh, it folded itself practically. Oh, that's lovely. I really like that. I'll definitely be doing that with the other two. Really, really like that. I thought I'd pick the wrong one up again then. It's just that this bit of white here is showing. I mean, I may stencil the back of it or something, but yes, it was just offending me a little bit. And in there. Okay, how many pages is that? Did I get to 10? Is that 11? Of course, it all depends what they look like together as well when I put them together. So the ones that don't go in, you know, can go as tip-ins and things like that. It doesn't mean that you know, it won't go in. I'm just thinking about this. Oh, it is quite nice, isn't it? it's just a little bit fragile, but if we could just have it as a page. Oh yeah, it's rather nice. I'm liking those letters up there. Right, bear with me. Because I want to make it go as far as I can. I wonder if it'll just tear naturally. Because it's obviously being folded there a lot. Oh, no, then it won't. I thought it might just follow the line it had been folded on, but it's perhaps thicker than I thought. Right, I'm going to have to get my scissors in. Oh, look at the little ducks. Can you see the little ducks in the windmill? Whoa, stop. Oh, I got some of the torn edge, didn't I? I was just thinking I like these little adverts on the back, and it does go that way up. Okay, it's like the sewing pattern, it's massive. Oh. Yeah, I was just thinking if that white page that I've put in is too white, or it would be a good candidate for simply putting some of that paper pattern over it. Right, so what are we going to do size wise? What I'll do is fold the edges in and glue them down so I'm not losing any of them. Would you consider that a straight line? I really don't know. Yeah, it's quite brittle, so it didn't tear very well, but okay, I think we've got that one down. Oops, bit wonky, but it's down. I'm going to art glitter it. What did I do with it? The edges definitely like that. Might fold that little bit back on itself. That little broken bit there. Just to give it a bit of something. Right, you're down and not straight, but you're down now, so that's that. Yeah, I kind of like that look, that folded over look. Let's do it this way to start with, and then I want to stick the pages to themselves. Okay, and then what are we looking like? It's still a little bit long. Let's try it on here. Yeah, not too much. Oh, definitely too wide though, so these edges need to come in. There. I'm probably not taking them in far enough actually, but I'll do this one and then I can have a look. I can do a bigger one on the other side, and then I'd have to alter the middle, I know, but it's doable. That's it, let's leave you. I suppose I could turn that one back. Yeah, that one is fitting just. Might just make it a pocket. I'm going to glue something on the back of here, just down here, a strip. Let's see what we've got in there. Oh my goodness me. The stuff I put in this scrap box, it doesn't belong in it. Just use that piece of, I know I saved it because it's got the Edith Holden pictures on, but oh, it's not going to be long enough. You know what I need, don't you? My strips. Where are my strips? There they are. We need a strip, a long strip. Have we got any? One or two. Perfect. And that's book page as well. That's the sorry, that was probably right next to the microphone. Victorian Garden, Henry Terry. Victorian Flowers? I forget. It's the Henry Terry book, I believe. It's upside down, but it doesn't matter, it's not really going to show. I'm just going to fold it over there as a tuck. So shall I? Yeah. Use a lot, why not? I might just fold it over for now and not make it a tuck yet, and then I've got time to sort of put it the right way up in case I decide to do something else with it. I've got time to change my mind, haven't I then? So I'm thinking like that, fold it like that. So now, you know, you can put things in and out this edge and it's safe. Don't stick it to itself, Denise, that would be my... Yeah, that's it. It is quite fragile actually. Right, is that my 13 or is that 12? 1, 2, I'm tired of listening to me count. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I was counting that as 2, wasn't I? So that's 12. So, do you want a piece of this in? I like that piece. Do you have it in as a small piece? Right, I feel like this might be the safer option. There we go. Oh, you see. It's lovely paper, that. Put it back in the box because it will be used. And then I just want the one piece. I thought, oh, shall I stick it? Yeah, if I stick it down, it's got that little bit of extra. Oh, it's a jiffy dress. That little bit of extra strength, stability, whatever. Is the back shorter than the front then? I thought I'd cut it on the fold and it was matching. Could be my error. Yes, it is, look. Not that it matters in the slightest. Where did the lid to that go? Oh, and that one. I think I'm not too bad time wise. I think as I'm in a hurry I won't stitch it on camera because, yeah, oh, look at those strawberries, and what's that? Hollyhock. I know it's not an embroidery, but embroidery is stitching, isn't it? Well, geraniums were on this side apparently, but oh, there's a poem of a geranium there. So what we're going to do size wise, let's take the top and bottom off it if it will fit. It will. English Garden embroidery. Sorry, you'll have to go. Even more of it will have to go, but I'm just seeing where the pattern is and then deciding. Okay, so I need about 1.5 centimetres, maybe 2 centimetres off it. Sorry for banging. So do we take the top? I think we'll take the top. Or do we like that strawberries? Yeah, well, let's take the bottom. Let's try on that bottom row of strawberries there. See? Oh, could do with another little bit off. I've got to get it stitched in. Okay, so the next question is folding over to keep all the picture. Yes, I think so. That sounds like Neil coming to see what I'm up to. Okay, and that's the last one. So let's put them together. Oops. Put them together, and then next time I come on I'll have it stitched in and I'll start working on it. Okay, so of course that needs more on it as well. But let's create the pages. So that will be covered over that writing. What do I want for the centerpiece? Something in the middle. Maybe. No. Maybe that. That's the one. That one in the centre. Okay, so I'll just put a few things together and then see what I think. Yeah, where's the white one going? That is a good question. Oh, I've got a couple of white ones now actually. Let's try and separate the pattern bits up. I may change my mind when I sew it together, of course. Is that my plain white one? Quite like that at the front. Oh. Yeah, that's nice. Bit of pretty. One at the front. I like that at the front. Don't like that and that together. Yeah, I've got embroidery and cross stitch together there, which is more like it, isn't it? It really depends what I do on that white paper. I think I might have that one next. Oh, I like the pink with the purple. I like that with the pink. Maybe those two in there. And then that, do you think? No. So we'll go with that little one in there. So it's pattern and pattern. That. I'm not sure if I want that one in. Let me have a look what I've got now. It's a bit more oldie worldy than this one, isn't it? Because these patterns look like they're from like maybe the 40s or the, yeah, maybe the 70s even, but not Victorian, which is that. Yeah, that's definitely out of place age-wise in here. So I may put one more plain piece in somewhere when I sew it together, but that's kind of what it's going to look like until we work on it in there. Okay, thank you so much. Looks nice in there, doesn't it? Yeah, I want some lace on some of the page edges as well. Thanks so much for joining me. It has been fun, and yeah, I got a lot of organising done, which I needed to do. Sometimes, well, quite often do it off camera, but I know you like to see some of these things, so yeah, let me know what you think. If you've got some ideas for it that I haven't come up with yet, let me know. Like I say, we've got charms and things to come yet, and lots of ephemera to make to put in it, so yeah, there'll be a few more videos on this yet, and I hope you have a lovely day. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.